Okay, before I get started, I just want to let you guys know that these are just my thoughts and beliefs. If you have any kind of feedback or anything, I'm always welcome to it, positive, negative, neither. You just want to say hi, I'm good for that. But I just wanted to let you guys know that all of my videos is just thoughts and beliefs. My thoughts and beliefs. Thank you. There is so much awesome electricity and stuff that's being suppressed, like Tesla technology and everything. There's no need for us to have an energy crisis. We need to get rid of nuclear, and we need to bring in all the other clean energies. Just like they have a battery that lasts 100 years. Why aren't we using that? It's being suppressed. There is a lot of stuff that I would like to bring out if I did win to be, president, or not. I'm working on other things. So I'm trying to bring clean energy, free energy, and the federal government doesn't understand that even if you give people like free housing, food, and clean water, that they think that no one will have ambition to go out and do anything. But a lot of people would rather go out and volunteer and help their fellow man, just to give them something to do, because people don't like to just sit around and be bored, of everything, because I believe it's a God-given right to be able to have food, water, and shelter. Really, food, water, and shelter should be a guarantee. But it can't be free, because the population is big, but it should be cheap. We shouldn't have $1,000 a month rents or anything like that, where somebody could work full-time on minimum wage at $7.25 an hour, or that's the federal minimum wage, or like the $7.65 in some states it's $10 an hour, because states set the minimum wage. Everyone is going after the federal government for minimum wage, but it's not their job, it's the state's job. Everyone is wanting to give the federal government so much power, but it's going to get rid of everyone's sovereignty, and that's freedom. Our sovereignty is our freedom. And our governors need to understand, and our local boards need to understand that they're there to protect our sovereignty. They're not there to please the federal government. And we need to really get a hold of everybody and just try to wake them up. Let them understand, the only reason the federal government was created to begin with was because each state is their own country. It was a way for them to be not, kind of like being lazy and give some power to another entity to help them communicate state to state. Because back then, everything was paper. But now we have technology. So it's really, the federal government is becoming obsolete because we have technology. And a lot of it is being suppressed. Just think about it, back in 1901, the first pocket cell phone came out, 1901. And look at where we're at now. We barely got it back, we started in the 90s, a pocket cell phone, besides those big, huge things. That was in, those big giant headsets. That was like back in the 80s. But we have so much technology that the federal government is basically obsolete anymore. But we need to make sure that the states understand their authority. The governor is the president of the state. They're not just a governor, where they have to, bend over and take it from the federal government. They could just tell the federal government, hey, no. That's the power of the governor, because the states is the ones that created the federal government. And it's up to them, and it's up to the people, to protect our own sovereignty. And that's really what's under attack. It's not Republican versus Democrat, or, independent and libertarian and Green Party and all that. It's not about that. It's about our sovereignty. And the Admiralty law. The Admiralty law is just trying to take over, and that's water. That's the Pope. That's the Vatican. I know I'll probably be you know, get in trouble for saying that, but look it up. Look at the bar. You know, when you're going into court, you're crossing into their ship. There's a lot of information out there that everybody needs to know. And I'm doing videos just to try to help people, you know, try to understand. But just like this rock right here, you know, we're part of that rock. We're part of land. We are land, you know, and the Pope and the Vatican and stuff, you know, Admiralty law, that's water. And the water is trying to flood our land, and we can't have that. We can't have it. Because we're not sea monsters. They try to trick us into making us sea monsters. You know, like all caps, our names in all caps and stuff. That's all make-believe. It's make-believe. The power, the only power that anybody has over you is your mind. And if you want more information, you could check out like Infowars.com or, you know, the AP, you know, Associated Press, the Drudge Report. You know, there's a lot of information out there. You just have to look for it. But we are just connected, just like this rock, just like the natives have always said. We're connected just like this rock to land. And there is a spiritual world, and that is God. And God is just a title. It's any God that you want to recognize, or, you know, or anything like that. It's just a title. We all cultures call their God God. That's why we have "in God we trust" on our money, not all "in Allah we trust," or "in Joseph we trust," or Jesus, or anything like that. You know, it's God. It's just a title. So it's any God that you worship, and that's what our country is based on. Is free worship. And that's under attack. Think about worship, ship. Think about it. Vatican, ship, water, war, ship, worship. Yeah, there's a lot of religious stuff that you could look at. There's a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, the free electricity, we have the technology. We just are suppressed by rules and regulations. And just like the coal industry, you know, there's a thing called a closed loop system. You know, it's ultrasound waves that control, you know, pollution. You know, they could do that, or they could look into salt power. You know, because salt's electricity. And we have abundance of it, of the oceans, and our oceans are being destroyed. The dolphins are almost extinct. I mean, there's fish coming out of the Pacific Ocean from the radiation from Japan, and there's no run from it. You know, they let it run for so long because of, you know, they're lazy, not wanting to get it done to begin with. You know, and that should have been the number one priority of everything, was take care of that radiation. And they messed around so long that now it's in California, kids are coming down with thyroid problems and stuff. And it's already hurting us. They had to put down cattle in Oregon because of the radiation poison. Everything is here. But I just want to do a quick video about the, you know, the clean clean energy, and we need to get rid of nuclear. All nuclear, chemical warfare, everything's got to be gone. Enough is enough. This is Tabitha Shelton. Maybe 2016, we'll see if I'm even. One more thing, I talked about Admiralty law, you know, water. They try to say, you know, they claim 70% of us because, you know, each person, you know, because we're made of 70% of water and 30% of land. So that gives, you know, the water more authority, blah, blah, blah. But no, well, we are 70% of water, 30% of land, but we are 100% spiritual. I just wanted to put that out there. It controls us, not water, not land. They just give us the authority. But remember, what does water run on? Land. Think about the oceans. The oceans has got a floor. It's got a foundation. Well, just want to give you a little bit of what I was thinking. Thank you.